Hey everyone. So I think we went through the story generation feature, and now we are going to explore voice cloning. Voice cloning is a very interesting feature because typically no one is able to describe the kind of voice they want really well. But what they can do is they could say, "Oh, look, I need a voice like that sounds like that, right? Could you give me that voice, or could you modify it a little bit?" So what we allow people is we allow people to upload a reference audio. There are two types of voice cloning. In the instant voice cloning, you need to upload as little as 10 seconds of reference audio, and in the professional voice cloning, you need to add 30 minutes to 1 hour of reference audio. Using that, you could literally generate clones for any voice in the world, anything that you want. Of course, you need to use that very responsibly and ethically, but keeping that aside, it's technically possible to do a replication of any voice that you want. How do you do that? So, before we go into that, I had generated a clone for myself. So, this is my voice. I'm gonna make you hear it, and let's click on generate.
In the heart of America, social developments are reshaping the landscape of everyday life. Welcome to our podcast, where we delve into these.
So this is just me speaking. I just spoke a sentence. This is an instant voice clone where I did 10 seconds of audio, and I took it and I uploaded it on the platform. And within like literally 5 minutes, I was able to create a voice clone, and I could use it to generate any content that I want. So how do you do this? Well, first, to do this, you are going to need a subscription. We'll go through subscriptions in some of the later videos, but you will need a paid plan for the Waves platform. But it's not very expensive. It starts at just $5, and it allows you to create voice clones. You could also do professional voice cloning in the $29 plan. So if you look at what it enables you to do, it's actually one of the highest value for money tools out there. But let's focus on how to do that in this video. So you go to voice cloning, you click on create new, and if you see there are two options. So we're gonna go through the professional voice cloning in the next video, but in this is just the instant voice cloning. So I'm gonna literally record my voice in a whispering manner during this podcast, and let's see how it performs. Right? Okay, it says um, common common mistakes. I do think if you are new, you should spend some time reading this. So there are very simple issues that usually people have because of which the voice cloning doesn't come out great. Either there is a lot of noise in the background, or it's inconsistent, right? Like you're mumbling, you're stammering, and then the voice clone tries to mimic that. So if you listen to one of these bad examples,
Um, okay. So I
so this guy says like, okay. I mean, how are you gonna generate a clone with that, right? And
He said such products would be
and here there is like a static noise in the background. So typically, sometimes this static noise doesn't matter. We have great algorithms to filter that out. But then sometimes it happens that if you have that static noise, it could make your voice clone a little unstable, right? So just use a good laptop. You don't need a mic, but just use a good laptop in a quiet room and record this video. That should just be fine, right? So we go next. And yeah, of course, if you want to read extensive best practices, you could go to this link and go through that. I think I'm going to create a separate video on voice cloning best practices where I just explore, oh, what happens when you upload bad audios and what happens when you upload good audios, right? So I'm going to create a voice clone by recording my audio right now. So I have to read this. It's a simple sentence. I have to read it without pausing, and I could read it in whatever voice that I want. So I'm gonna do a whispering voice, and let's see if it works. My favorite time of year is summer because I love going to the beach, swimming in the ocean, and feeling the warm sand under my feet. Yeah. So I did a little weird accent. So let's see how that happens. Here you could listen to it if you want to, and you could see if the clone that was generated, the voice that was recorded was decent or not. Now it's generating. It takes like a couple of seconds to generate the clone. Should be fairly quick usually. Yeah. So here, what this screen helps you is it helps you understand whether the clone that you generated was good or bad, because you could listen to some of the samples that the AI generates, and if you don't like it, you could go back and re-record. Right. So let's listen to it. Hello. This is a sample of what I sound like. Can you hear that? It's amazing. Like it sounds literally like how I recorded, and it's unbelievable, right? It's not only mimicking my speaker characteristics, it's also mimicking my speaker style with just 10 seconds or so of audio, right? Crazy. I can't wait to help you create amazing content. So this has come out as a great meditative voice. So I'm gonna call it Sudarshan Meditative, and I'm gonna add a tag called meditative again. And I'm gonna say young male meditative Indian voice. I am gonna agree that I'm not gonna misuse it, and yeah, so there it is. And now I'm gonna click on use, and it's already selected. It's available under the cloned voices. Let's click on generate. In the heart of America, social developments are reshaping the landscape of everyday life. Welcome to our podcast. This is amazing. I think it's a little slow, so I'm gonna make it 1.2, and I'm gonna try to generate it again. In the heart of America, social developments are reshaping the landscape That's of amazing, everyday right? life. We got a meditative Sudarshan to talk about the social developments in America. I could not imagine that a couple of years back. And there are some parameters over here. I would say in most cases, you should not play around with this. Just play around with the speed, should be more than enough. We're gonna create a separate video on the parameters. But thank you so much for watching the video till the end. Next, we're gonna explore professional voice cloning, and see you soon. Subscribe to the channel.